Hello and welcome to Quartzlight, your car brochure channel, and today's Saturday, which means a Saturday special where we look at a special edition car of very different makes and model, and today we've got the Renault 18 Soleil. Welcome back, and if you're new to Quartzlight, we're a car brochure channel here on YouTube, looking at car brochures from around the world for the 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s, and sometimes beyond that as well. So if you're interested in cars and car brochures, please consider subscribing. Anyway, back to today's episode. This was recorded on a Saturday, so those watching at time of release, hope you're having a great weekend. Now Saturday, we look at special edition models. We call it the Saturday special. Today we're looking at the Renault 18, and the particular special edition is a UK special edition for 1981, the Soleil. So let's have a look at that now. So just zooming in on the main image there, this is obviously a saloon version based on the Renault 18TS. The TS was a kind of a bit of a higher model. I always thought of it as like the sportier version of the TL. Usually came with a larger engine than the TL and a few little bits and pieces extra. Looks a nice car, this one. I love these wheels on there. Look like some kind of alloy, don't they? We've also got this quite interesting rear spoiler on this model, kind of like going for that more sportier theme, I guess. And of course, typical special edition, we get some kind of weird little tape stripe type design, but the special edition model is named on this. Not always. Surprisingly, they don't always actually have the special edition written on there, but this one does. Soleil, or sun in French, and I guess maybe because it's got a sunshine roof. Merely a guess. Doesn't look like it's got any sort of head restraints on that particular model, but I do like it. It looks nice in this particular silver colour. And indeed it does highlight the fact that it's got this very basic, to be honest with you, little pop-up sunroof. But you could also have it in this very practical estate, a little bit of a cover going over the back there to keep everything private. Again, you've got a little bit of a tape stripe with the name on and these nice looking wheels. So I guess you could have got it in different colours and saloon and estate. Those observant will notice there is a price on these as well. So let's see how much you had to pay for one of these in 1981. Oh, and just before that, I just kind of like noticed this model, the estate model, does have head restraints. That's a little bit unusual. And I guess I also like this little bit of an extra little bit of a tape stripe going up that pillar there. Anyway, like I say, let's look at the prices. There we go, the special editions. The Renault 18TS Saloon Special Edition, only 1,000 of them. Interesting. £4,999, 28 pence, which includes car tax and VAT at 15%. Like I say, also available as an estate, so the Renault 18TS estate, only 750 of those, £5,565, 14. Interesting, didn't produce many of them then, did they? So I've got a feeling there's probably none of them left. Maybe there is, I don't know, but certainly not many were sold, that's for sure. So certainly a rare car then, and obviously an extremely rare car today. So let's see what you got. So it tells you get a push button radio, sports road wheels, which I do quite like them, transparent tinted sunroof, I guess that's the name of the special edition, special custom stripe, a rear aerodynamic spoiler but only on the saloon, and a luggage cover only on the estate. And then on the back page we get a few more images, bit of a write-up about it and the rest of the specifications. I think we'll zoom in though and have a look at the images on the top first. Then a little bit of a view on the back. I actually like the saloon from the back. I like that little spoiler on there. I think it suits it, particularly in silver. We do get the normal badge on there, so Renault 18TS, and of course the special edition on the right hand side of the boot lid and on that tape stripe that we've just seen earlier. Makes it a little bit sporty, kind of a slightly larger engine version though, I guess. Usually on the TSs usually had a larger engine. Again, it's giving us a little bit of an image of that sunroof. Interesting, isn't it? Because it looks like it doesn't just tilt, it kind of like slightly pops up as well. I don't know if I've ever seen one like that before, but that will certainly get a lot of wind going through it. Might be a little bit noisy, I think, in that position. And then a little bit of an image on there, really showing that it's got a radio in it. Hooray! Nothing too exciting though there, I don't think. And then it tells us that 18TS Saloon and 18TS Estate, these special versions of the highly successful Renault 18 range, are bound to become prized possessions. Incidentally, for those that are interested in the Renault 18, I have done a larger brochure with the range for the Renault 18, so if I remember, I'll try and do a link to that at the end of today's episode. Anyway, it goes on to say, especially desired in the new 3-position tinted transparent sunroof, which will ensure travelling comfort in all conditions. Like I say, unusual that you could kind of like lift it up there, wasn't it? So just going back to the picture, that is certainly 2 of the positions, isn't it? And what you think more commonly at the top as a pop-up sunroof, and then this sort of elevated one. And like I say, that bottom one, it must be quite noisy. It will certainly force a lot of air into the cabin. Okay, so the general information about the Renault 18: front engine, front wheel drive, of course. Both models are 5-seaters with the engine at the front driving the front wheels, which is pretty obvious. The structural basis of the bodywork is a platform chassis of pressed and welded sheet steel. And then so the engine, so what did you get? It was a 4-stroke 4-cylinder inline engine, 1647 cc. It looks like a maximum power of 79 bhp at 5500 rpm. Transmission, looks like you could just get it as a manual there by the looks of it. A 4-speed all synchromesh unit. Suspension is front independent by double wishbone coil springs, hydraulic shock absorbers and anti-roll bar. The rear torsion bar, coil springs, hydraulic shock absorbers and anti-roll bar. Braking system, it looks like the typical for the time, disc brakes at the front, drums at the rear. And then the usual rack and pinion steering. Tyres tubeless and the size. Okay, so the electrical, obviously 12 volt, capacities of the petrol tank, gearbox, oil, etc, etc. Performance though, maximum speed for that TS special edition is 101 miles per hour, around about 100 miles per hour if you got the estate version. Equipment, velour fabric upholstery, so velour fabric you tended to get on the TS version, so a little bit nicer. Glove compartment in front, fitted carpets, mat pockets in both front doors, quartz clock, reversing lights, rear fog lamp, side body stripes, bumper stripes, front and rear. Estate only got head restraints and rear wash wipe. It's unusual they only put the head restraints on the estate, wasn't it? And then we get the colours. So what can we get? We can have a beige, a white one, ocean blue, red, and then you could get metallics, optional extra cost of between £51 and £58, sand, slate, silver grey, sea mist and black. Fuel consumption looks like we're getting 42.8 miles per gallon at a steady 56 miles per hour, and the estate looks like it's doing it in 41.5 miles per gallon. And then at the bottom though we have the weights and of course the Renault UK address at the time. Renault, of course, they always recommended ELF lubricants, if you remember. So there we go, the Renault 18 special edition for the UK market. I do actually like this model, but then again I do like French cars, which regular viewers will probably know, so I do have a little bit of a soft spot for the Renault 18. But anyway, let me know what you think. Do you ever own a Renault 18? Do you remember these special editions, more importantly, because I don't, but there weren't that many that were sold really, were there? But thank you for watching today. Please do like and subscribe, and we'll see you very soon. So take care, have a great weekend, and goodbye.